हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, यूट्यूब चैनल सोशो क्लासेस में आपका स्वागत है। आज हम इस वीडियो में बीए 5th सेमेस्टर के इंग्लिश कंपल्सरी के मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं। इसके मैक्सिमम मार्क्स 50 हैं। रिटन पेपर आपका 45 मार्क्स का है। इंटरनल असेसमेंट 5 मार्क्स की होगी जो कि कॉलेज की तरफ से लगाई जाएगी। जो प्राइवेट स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनकी ये 5 मार्क्स की इंटरनल असेसमेंट आपके रिटन पेपर में जितने मार्क्स आएंगे उसकी परसेंटेज निकाल के लगाई जाएगी। स्टूडेंट्स, इसके अलावा बाकी सारे सब्जेक्ट्स के भी आपको मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस यहीं पे मिल जाएंगे। आप प्लेलिस्ट खोल के वहाँ से अपने सब्जेक्ट के अकॉर्डिंग ये मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस देख सकते हो। इसके अलावा आपको कुछ वीडियोस भी मिल जाएंगे जो लेक्चर्स के बनाए गए हैं और सिलेबस के वीडियो भी यहीं पे मिल जाएंगे। सबसे पहले आपके सिलेबस में सेक्शन ए जिसमें है रेफरेंस टू द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ओनली फ्रॉम पोइट्री 1 आउट ऑफ 2 गिवन स्टैंजा। ये 5 मार्क्स का होगा। 2 स्टैंजा आपको दिए जाएंगे जिसमें से एक का आपने रेफरेंस टू कॉन्टेक्स्ट करना है। ये इस तरह से हो सकते हैं स्टूडेंट्स। ये आपके जो लास्ट कई सालों के पेपर हैं उसके अकॉर्डिंग ये क्वेश्चंस बनाए गए हैं। इनसे आप अच्छे से तैयारी कर सकते हो, लेकिन ये कोई गारंटी नहीं है कि इसी में से आपका पेपर आना है। ये सिर्फ आपकी हेल्प के लिए बनाए जा रहे हैं ताकि आपको पता चल सके कि इस तरह का पेपर आना है। काफ़ी क्वेश्चंस रिपीट होते हैं, हो सकता है बहुत सारा पेपर इसी में से आ जाए, लेकिन फिर भी आपको बाकी जो सिलेबस है उसकी तैयारी भी करनी पड़ेगी। तो सबसे पहले ये पोइम्स की लाइंस हैं पोइट्री की। पार्टिंग विद हिज पॉइजन फ्लैश ऑफ डायबॉलिक टेल इन द डार्क रूम ही रिस्क द रेन अगेन एंड देन मच हैव आई सीन एंड नोन सिटीज ऑफ मैन एंड क्लाइमेट्स काउंसिल्स गवर्नमेंट्स माई सेल्फ नॉट लीस्ट बट ऑनर्ड of them all. And then the peasants came like swarms of flies and burst the name of gods 100 times to paralyze the evil one. And then come look at Kalandi closer in the crocodile tears of false press statements. And next the god rain turned away his face. There was not one leaf left on the trees for super. And next, one equal temper of heroic hearts made me weak by time and fate, but strong in will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. And next, how dull it is pause to make an end to rust unburnished, nor to shine in use, as though to breathe were life. And next, how could we then walk into the celebrated portals of the 21st century leaving Calendar behind? My mother only said, thank God the Scorpio picked on me and spared my children. And next, the whole village a graveyard, cracked ground, drab river sand, all the plans failed. And next, life piled on life were all too little, and of one to me little remains, but every hour is saved from that external silence, something more, a bringer of new things, and while it were. And next, put away the road maps now. To go there you do not need helicopters anymore. Wherever there is hunger, there calamity is. And second question is, the examiner will set 8 short questions from poetry and prose sections of the prescribed text, out of which a student shall be expected to attempt only 5 selecting. तो इसमें 8 शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस आपको पूछे जाएंगे जो पोइट्री एंड प्रोज सेक्शन दोनों में से हो सकते हैं। एटलीस्ट आपने इसमें से 5 सिलेक्ट करने हैं और at least 2 from each section to be answered is not more than 60 to 80 words. These questions may be drawn from each of the units given in the text. ये 10 मार्क्स के होंगे। तो इसमें आपको 8 क्वेश्चन शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस दिए जाएंगे जो पोइट्री प्रोज दोनों सेक्शन से होंगे और आपने पोइट्री में से 2 करने हैं, 2 आपने प्रोज में से करने ज़रूरी है। टोटल आपने 5 करने हैं। एक क्वेश्चन दोनों में से कहीं से कर सकते हो और इसका आंसर आपने 60 to 80 वर्ड्स के बीच देना है। ये आपके 5 क्वेश्चंस 2 मार्क्स के होंगे। इस तरह टोटल इसके 10 मार्क्स होंगे। ये क्वेश्चंस इस तरह से हो सकते हैं। कई क्वेश्चंस रिपीट भी हुए हैं, तो ये क्वेश्चंस आप कर सकते हो। व्हाट डिड डेजी अक्यूज ब्लैक्स ऑफ, and then how did the villagers react to the scorpio bite, and then why was Jenny separated from her husband, and next give a brief account of the miserable life of Kalandi, and then why do individuals have no incentives to bring change in the existing system of corruption, and next is why does Isis desire to roam with the hungry heart, and next how is self-esteem related to communicative ability, and then what was Butta Singh's last wish, and next what did the holy man to do the tame the poison of the Scorpio, and what does Hawk do for Daisy at the end of the play, and next is says a heroic character why, and next question, how does the writer differentiate high self-esteem from low esteem, and then describe Kalandi's conditions in brief, and next describe the climatic changes that have occurred in the past, and next why is there a renewed interest is in the issue of corruption now, and next what did the holy man do to tame the poison of the Scorpio, and next says still desire to roam with the hungry heart explain, and next what are the painful losses that people suffer in times of famine, and next what according to the writer are the causes and consequences of corruption, and next why is self-evaluation significant, next question what does Hawk do for Daisy at the end of the play, and next describe Butta Singh and Janiv's Sikh wedding ceremony, and then how did the holy man try to tame the poison of the Scorpio, ये क्वेश्चन रिपीट हो रहा है, and next what is Daisy's complaint against Hawk, how does Sis portrays his fellow mariners, and then how does self-esteem have survival value, and next what does the poet mean by saying the whole village graveyard, and next how does the writer define climate, and then why does the writer want the policy measures to curb corruption to be assessed, and then describe Butta Singh and Janim's relationship, and then explain I cannot rest from travel, and then how are self-esteem and survival value related, and next how did the poet's father react to the Scorpio bite, and next how many forms of corruption are there, next describe the despair of Kalandi, and then how does low self-esteem affect one's ability, and next what does the poet mean by saying the whole village a graveyard, and then does the writer suggest that socio-economic conditions of countries have to be considered in finding solutions for climatic changes, how, and then explain I will drink life to the less, and next attempt a pen portrait king it says to Ithaca from the poem by Tennyson, and next is does Daisy symbolize the attitude of white Americans towards black people, sustain your response, and next what are the ways in which governments can effectively curb corruption, and next describe how the poet portrays the substitutes beliefs and practices of people in rural areas, and then what kind of changes and journey bring in the life of Butta Singh, and next why is there a renewed interest in the issue of corruption, and third question is answer any 2 questions out of 4 in 150 to 180 words, selecting one from poetry and one from prose. The examiner shall set 4 questions on the pattern of questions for critical analysis suggested in the prescribed text, again from poetry and prose section of the text, out of which a student is expected to attempt only 2, selecting at least one from each section to be answered is not more than 150 to 180 words. The questions should be chosen in such a manner that all the units given in the text are covered. Students, इसमें आपको 4 क्वेश्चंस दिए जाएंगे जिसमें 2 का आपने आंसर देना है, एक आपने पोइट्री में से चूज़ करना है, सिलेक्ट करना है, दूसरा आपने प्रोज में से करना है, 2 का आपने आंसर देना है. ये क्रिटिकल एनालिसिस का क्वेश्चंस होगा और 150 टू 180 वर्ड्स में इसका आपने आंसर देना है. ये दोनों क्वेश्चंस 10 मार्क्स के होंगे, 5 का एक. ये क्वेश्चंस इस तरह से हो सकते हैं. When the mother was stung by the scorpio, how did various people of the village respond? And then what efforts did Butta Singh make to get his wife back? And then describe Risa's dissatisfaction with his life of comfort and his desire to explore more despite his age. And then describe briefly the 6 pillars of self-esteem. And then what insight into human relationship is provided of Knight of the Scorpio. And then give a character sketch of King Ulysses based on the poem Ulysses. And then according to Paulo Mario, what are the ways in which governments can effectively curb corruption? And then how would long-term programs help tackle the changes in the climate? And next give a brief account of the rest life of Kalandi. And then elaborate how Tennyson brings the spirit of life alive through Ulysses. And then does Daisy symbolize the attitude of white Americans towards black people? Substantiate your response. And then what did the speaker's mother say when she recovered from the sting of the Scorpio? What does her statement demonstrate? And then what are the effects of drought and famine on Kalandi and its people? And next, what does the extract from Freedom of Midnight tell you about human relationships? In the writer optimistic about finding solutions to the climate problems, give reasons for your answer. And then what are the effects of drought and famine on Kalandi and its people? And next, on the basis of your reading of the poem, says give a brief character sketch of Isis and describe the pains taken by Butta Singh to get his wife back. And then how would long-term programs help tackle the changes in the climate? And then how did different people respond differently to the Scorpio bite? And then describe the relationship between Butta Singh and Genevieve from its beginning to its end. And then how can the government play an instrumental role in curbing corruption? And then how is King says an example of untried spirit and restlessness? And 4th question is section B, composition and grammar. Write an essay in not more than 500 words, choosing one topic out of the given 4. A wide range of topics should be given, and in this respect ideas may be drawn from the prescribed text. ये आप में को 4 दिए जाएंगे, 4 आपको ऐसे के टॉपिक दिए जाएंगे जिसमें से एक आपने सिलेक्ट करना है, उस पर आपने लिखना है. 400 टू 500 वर्ड्स में होना चाहिए. 10 मार्क्स का ये होगा. इसमें इस तरह के आपके ऐसे के टॉपिक हो सकते हैं, इसमें से भी हो सकता है और भी हो सकते हैं इस तरह के. तो ये है द राइट टू स्पीच, द कोविड पैंडेमिक चैलेंजेस एंड अपॉर्चुनिटीज़, इंडियन पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम, रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ वीमेन इन मीडिया, द मीनिंग्स ऑफ ब्लैक मनी इन इंडिया, सुपरस्टिशियस बिलीफ्स एंड प्रैक्टिसेस, मैन एंड environment, traveling as a part of education, and global warming and the future of mankind, and then are we happier than our forefathers, and then the happiest day of my life, and next youth power, and then terrorism phenomena, and man is the architect of his own fate, and then knowledge is power, and if I were the Prime Minister of India, and next communal harmony, and then art of living, and next global warming and racial discrimination, the COVID pandemic challenges and opportunities. ये रिपीट हुआ है, racial discrimination, and then impact of cinema on youth, and next Indian judicial system. तो ये ऐसे के टॉपिक थे, इस तरह के ऐसे आपको पूछे जा सकते हैं। तो इस तरह से आप मिलते जुलते और टॉपिक्स है जो उसको प्रिपेयर कर लेना। एंड 5th क्वेश्चन आपका होगा एंटोनिमस 10 आउट ऑफ 15, 5 मार्क्स का होगा। 15 आपको दिए जाएंगे, 10 आपने करने होंगे। ये इस तरह से हो सकते हैं, ये काफ़ी इसमें रिपीट भी हुए हैं, ये उसी तरह से लिए गए हैं जैसे पेपर में आए हैं। तो ये है ग्रेजुअली, होप, इंक्लूड, कॉन्फिडेंट, ब्रेवरी, वैल्यूएबल, परमिस्ट, इंफीरियर, नॉइज, ट्रांसपेरेंट, मैक्सिमम, एक्सप्लिसिट, डिमोलिश, नॉलेज, वैलिड, डायनामिक, विजडम, submissive, knowledge, ancestor, haughty, stationary, sin, indolent, landlord, monogamy, Gantt, robust, prosperity, marriage, great, unit, strict, surplus, purify, often, experience, tale, flexible, dwarf, harmony, monotony, benediction, spas, persuade, transient, cordial, authentic, serious, mean, laborious, costly, decay, genius, earthly, tranquil, vindictive, guest, famous, progressive, attack, confront, barren, dawn, import, timid, flourish, boon, vanity, wisdom, poison, modern, knowledge, hope। ये काफ़ी रिपीट हो रहे हैं जो पहले भी आए हैं, देखो। एंड देन मॉडर्न, विजडम, टिमिड, डीके, मल्टीप्लाई, ट्रांसपेरेंट, डिसमस, कंपेल, फीबल, फ्रेंडली, वैल्यूएबल, कॉर्डाइल, adversity, bravery, liberty, include, gradually, inferior, valid, limited, maximum, persuade, noise, rough, pessimist, rude। एंड इसी का बी पार्ट है 5th का, करेक्ट द सेंटेंसेस। 10 आउट ऑफ 15 आपको 15 पूछे जाएंगे जिसमें 10 का आपने आंसर देना है। ऑफ द फॉलोइंग सेंटेंस, इसको भी इसी तरह से पेपर में जैसे आए हैं लिए गए हैं, काफ़ी इसमें भी रिपीट है। ये इस तरह से सेंटेंसेस हैं। वी रिक्वायर अ नॉबलर एंड सिंसियर ऑफिसर, हिज ब्रदर इज़ ब्रेवर देन वॉइस, वेयर इज़ माइन बुक, यू मस्ट अपोलोजाइज बिफोर हिम, मैनी होम्स आर लाइंग एम्प्टी, प्रैक्टिस मेक्स अ मैन परफेक्ट, माई एग्जाम इज़ ईजियर दैट, प्लीज़ पास मी अ बुक, the cat has thrown the milk, he ran very fastly, he is devoted to gambling, shut off the fan, he is suffering with fever, what is the last news of today, he did not keep his words, he ran very fastly, works all day, our game is hockey, there is tennis, my brother is 6 feet high, where is mine book, please excuse me being late, gold is a most precious metal, he is senior than I by 2 years, my paper is easier from that, I feel badly about it, we require a nobler and sincere officer, rose smells sweet, he is a coward man, the patient is growing weak every day, sooner it is done, better it is, traveling as a part of education, the COVID pandemic challenge and opportunities, freedom of expression, right or rebellion, Indian judicial system, please hear me patiently, twice 2 or 4, he is very poor to help you, he brought 10 dozen oranges, is there a ladies conductor here, the mankind should love the nature, my all luggage was stolen, sooner it is done, better it is, none of the two hats is your, open your book on page 20, gold is most precious metal, what is the last news of today, 50 rupees are a big amount, she burst in tears, shut the light, he runs fastly, she burst in tears, she can't pass unless you do not work hard, Kalidas is Shakespeare of India, no sooner he entered the bus, it started, he is devoted to gambling, he is too weak that he can't pass, close the door at once, the thief escaped before I opened the door, this house is for letting, the teacher needed a chalk, he is enough rich to help you, he is an artist, is it not, I saw a flock of sheep, he had gone to Delhi yesterday, the doctor saw my pulse, the prime minister gave a speech, little knowledge is dangerous thing, the wages of sin are death, his right arm has been operated, work hard lest you may fail, the choice is between glorious death or shameful life, she has thrown milk on the floor, this word is the dictionary, rather absent from the class, a wasp has bitten me, I am laid down with fever, I refused his invitations, Mohan, Sohan and Ram help each other, He fell a victim of his own greed. England grew prosperous between Queen Victoria's reign. Could you please open this? Not many homes are lying vacant. Shut the light. She gave a speech. Neither he comes nor he writes. Neither she or he are mistaken. He was prevented to come here. He is devoted to gambling. The cat has thrown the milk. She takes English like a native speaker. Please hear me patiently. Please hear me. Repeat हो गया. No sooner we reached the station when the train started. His services have been dispensed. They are best enemies. Please hear me patiently. No sooner we reached the station when the train started. His services have been dispensed. They are best enemies. Correct any 10 of the following sentences. He is weak in study. Your need is, ये repeat किए हैं इसमें. Your need is greater than me. Either you are or your brother have done it. She enjoys to walk. An old man was overrun by a car. He is very poor to help you. And no sooner did the sun rise when the mist disappeared. In case if you fail, but will you do? He is suffering with fever. Gold is most precious metal. Your choice of friends are not good. She should run fastly. He is enough rich to help you. They invited us for dinner. Sooner it is done, better it is. She should run fastly. स्टूडेंट्स, ये थे आपके मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस. इनको आप अच्छे से तैयार कर लेना. इसके साथ आपको हेल्प हो जाएगी कि किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आपके पेपर में पूछे जाएंगे, कितने मार्क्स में है कि करने हैं. और इसके साथ मिलते और जो क्वेश्चंस होंगे उसको भी आपने तैयार कर लेना. और इसके बाद हम फिर मिलते हैं अपना अगला वीडियो. थैंक यू सो मच.